Hello, welcome to section 2, Get Set Ready. Let's see what we are going to cover in this section. We will talk about different versions of Visual Studio. We will show how to install Visual Studio 2017. We will learn about different types of testing in software development and why testing is important. We will learn about unit testing and little bit of test-driven development. Microsoft Visual Studio editions and installation. Let's see what we are covering in this video. Different editions and versions of Visual Studio will be discussed in this video. We will show how we can install Visual Studio 2017 and we will write a simple program just to verify that our Visual Studio is working properly. Visual Studio is an integrated development environment by Microsoft. It's used to develop computer programs for Microsoft as well as other platforms. The first Visual Studio was released at the year 1997 and it was named Visual Studio 97. Then till now they have launched 10 more versions of Visual Studio. The latest was released on March 7, 2017 and the name was given Visual Studio 2017. In short, VS 2017. With VS 2017, Microsoft has also released C# version 7. As we will look into the new features of C# 7 in this course, we will need Visual Studio 2017. Now let's talk about the available editions of Visual Studio 2017. It has 3 editions: Community, Professional, and Enterprise. Enterprise and Professional editions are paid and have all the features that are needed to develop large enterprise applications. Enterprise edition has some extra features than Professional edition, but it's also more expensive. The Community edition is free and has all the features that are needed to develop small applications. It's enough for individual developers, students, open source projects, small enterprise applications. For this course, Visual Studio Community Edition is enough. Now, let's download Visual Studio in our machine. So to download it, we will go to visualstudio.com or search Visual Studio in your favorite search engine. Then we will go to visualstudio.com. After we go to visualstudio.com, we will go to this downloads section. Here we have all the editions, but we will download Visual Studio Community 2017. So I will just click free download. So it's redirect to the downloading page and it's showing me where I want to download the exe file. I have already installed this in my machine, so I am not going to download it, but this is very simple to install. It's almost like installing any other software in Windows. There is one step that you need to take care is installing different workloads. While installing this software, you will come to this step, and for this course, we need only .NET desktop development. If you want, you can install other workloads as well, but we don't need any other workloads for this course. Now, after you install the Visual Studio, you can open it up and we will write a sample code in this video to test our Visual Studio is working or not. For Mac users, Visual Studio is also available, but we are not going to cover that in this course. If you face any difficulty installing Visual Studio in your machine, you can check out this article in C# Corner by Vidya Virat Agarwal. He has written this article very nicely about the steps of installing Visual Studio in your machine. So now as we have installed our Visual Studio, let's open it up and write a simple program to test our Visual Studio. So here is my Visual Studio 2017. I will now create a new project and I will create a console application. Let me give this name Hello World and hit OK. So here is our program.cs file. We have our main method here. So let's write console.writeLine and inside we will write hello world and we will close our console writeLine and then we will write console.readLine just to keep the console up so that we can see our text. Now we will start debugging and it's starting. So hello world, we are seeing what we have written in console.writeLine. So it means our Visual Studio is working fine. If yours is not working, watch this video again and try to install the Visual Studio, or if you see any other problems, you can search in the internet for that solution.